Aloha, I'm Sabrina with Begin Being, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about what you do to recharge your energy. So for example, I was born in Hawaii. It's Hawaii if you are pronouncing it the American way, but traditionally Hawaii. And so twice a year, I go back to the beautiful islands, and that's one of my ways to recharge. While I'm here, I'm also here with Empowerment Inc., and we are teaching a Huna Training, which basically connects you to ancient Hawaiian energy healing techniques. And with the training, we teach you how to connect with the elements, how to connect deeper with yourself. And we teach what the Hawaiians would consider noa and noho, which means noa is like to be free of. It's like a release. And then noa means to bring down. So you're going to be bringing down energy. The Hawaiians believed that you first had to be free of any baggage, any limiting beliefs or negative emotions to be able to bring the energy in. So for example, if you're a channeler and you're channeling information in from your source, if you have a bunch of negative beliefs or limiting emotions in there, negative emotions or limiting beliefs in there, then you're going to be filtering all of that through your channeling. So you're not like a clear channel from source. When you can release all of your stuff, then you become a clear channel and you can bring in the energy. So that's one of the things that we teach here at our Huna trainings. One of the way I recharge is to be able to do release work, to be able to release anything, any ick that's inside of me. And there are several different ways that we do this. One of them is ho'oponopono, which I have other videos on. Another way is called ho'uku'u. But we do these ancient techniques to be able to release everything. And then once everything is released, then we're able to bring in the energy. We're able to work with the energy. Because like I said, if you are channeling something, especially if it's for someone else, and you have stuff in there, if you have any kind of negative emotions or limiting beliefs, you're going to be filtering it through that. So you're not clearly filtering what the message from source. So it's very important to be able to recharge. Other ways that I recharge is going to places like Sedona. So there's a lot of energy vortexes there. So I'll go and connect with the elements there, connect with nature there. And I live in a place where, there's lots of trees around me and lots of nature. And then I also travel a lot for work. So with that, when I'm traveling, sometimes I just, take a walk around the hotel, find what kind of nature I can find. I do a lot of walking meditations. I also do a lot of Wim Hof breathing techniques, plus ice baths and water, cold water techniques as well. And that recharges me. Water is a great recharge source, especially natural water. It has a lot of negative ions, which are very healthy and healing for your body. So for example, after this video, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to just float in the water. It's similar to if you go to one of those sensory deprivation tanks where they have no light, no sound, and you're floating. The water you're floating in is actually a salt water. It makes your body more buoyant, and that's what allows you to float. So I do a similar thing, only I'm floating in the ocean, so my ears are covered in the water. So for me, I just hear the sounds of nature. And the sun is, beaming down on me. So I'm getting the energy from the sun as well, instead of being in a cold, dark space. Or not cold, but just a dark space in the tank. So that's some of my ways to recharge. And I also do a lot of Hawaiian chanting. So I'll do different chanting practices and stuff like that. Meditation, of course, I'm huge on meditation. If you've seen any of my meditation videos, you probably know that already. And my question for you is what are you doing to be able to recharge? Because if you're just sitting there, watching TV or playing video games or on your phone all of the time, that's actually an energy drain. So you're actually draining your energy in that case. If you're not doing anything to recharge, you might find yourself feeling tired. You might find yourself feeling a little depressed or sad, or, just not feeling connected. So if you're experiencing some of these negative emotions of, not feeling happy, then perhaps maybe you're not recharging your batteries. Perhaps maybe you're not having a practice that you continuously do to be able to recharge. Now, I'm not saying that if something sad happens, you shouldn't be sad. That's completely, the Hawaiians, and I believe as well, that when you do experience negative emotions, experience them. Please don't think that I'm saying like you're never gonna feel sad or you're never gonna go through a time of like not feeling good, because we all experience that, and that's for us to be able to process. The point is though, if it's consistent, so if you're consistently depressed, if you wake up in the morning and you're like, I don't really, like, what am I doing? If you wake up in the morning, you're just on your phone and you're not paying attention, and then you go throughout your day and you're just like, I don't feel good, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and you wake up, you go to sleep and you're on your phone again, you're not doing any kind of technique to be able to like feel you, to be able to connect with you on the inside and on the outside. So I highly recommend that you find what works for you. I've named a bunch of different things that I personally do that work for me, and every individual is different. So sometimes I'll do things like pickleball. So maybe you might be somebody who likes to play sports, or somebody who, you know, finds interest in that. Maybe you like to go to the gym and your thing is to like work out and lift weights. Whatever it is for you, find that, do that. I also do paddle boarding. So, you know, go out on the ocean or find a lake or a stream or like a river, go paddle boarding, get out into nature. Nature is one of the most healing places that you can be in. So I highly recommend finding something that you like to go out in nature, even if it's just going for a small walk. Even if, you know, walking is not, like you're not able to walk, then there's plenty of parks with sidewalks and all kinds of things for you to be able to get out in nature and to explore. Sometimes just going out like in your backyard, if you have, you know, a place where maybe there's, you know, a nice, you can create a nice backyard space for yourself. Sometimes it can be something super simple. I was in LA a few months back and I found a park in the middle of the city. So it's finding those different places that work for you and being able to recharge yourself, because like I said, the Hawaiians, they believe that if you couldn't noa, if you couldn't like let go, if you couldn't be free up, if you couldn't do that release work, then you're not able to noha. And with noha, it's being able to bring in. So especially those of us who are wanting to be on that like 5D type energy, if you're wanting that and you're not taking the action to get there, you're gonna stay stuck. You're gonna stay stuck where you are and you're not gonna see any movement. So if you want to see movement, if you want to see growth within yourself, please take some time. I mean, just 10 minutes a day. Everybody has at least 10 minutes a day. Even 5 minutes to start out, if that works for you. Just a few minutes, go outside, get into nature, do something to improve all 4 of your bodies. So there's 4 different parts of your body: your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So within that, you can work on your physical body by doing outdoor activities, or maybe, like I said, going to the gym or something, doing some sort of physical activity, get your blood flowing, get your lymphatic system flowing. So a lot of people, when they're sitting all day, maybe they're sitting at work, maybe then they're sitting on the couch to watch the TV, they're not getting any blood flow, they're not getting their lymphatic system flowing. And your lymphatic system, it's like what drains the toxins from your body. So your blood takes your nourishment and gives it throughout your body. Your lymphatic system takes your toxins and like flushes them from the body. And if you're not getting not constant, but if you're not getting like at least some movement throughout your day, if you're constantly sedentary, then what's going to happen is all of that kind of gets sluggish, because it doesn't have that flow that it wants, that it craves. Because humans, we were never meant to sit. That we're not designed to sit. Otherwise we wouldn't have, you know, legs and stuff like that. That's not what we're meant to do. So you have to get some sort of movement throughout your day, and then work on the other bodies as well. Work on your mental body. You know, maybe read a book, do something, maybe do like a puzzle. It can be, you know, even on your phone, they have all kinds of like Sudoku and, you know, there's tons of like, even just playing solitaire, even just something as old school and simple as that, you know, go back to Tetris, whatever you need to do to be able to improve your mind. Personally, I prefer reading books and learning. I love learning new things. So that's one of the ways that I work on my mental. I'm also a teacher. So I do live events and I teach Neurolinguistic programming, I teach Huna. So that keeps my mind active. It keeps me active in being able to have my mental body, like it's food for your mental body. You need clean, good, non-processed food for your physical body, and you also need food for your mental body. and for your emotional body too. So like, what are you doing to support your emotional body? One of my favorite things to do is meditation. Meditation actually takes care of all 4 bodies, but it really helps you improve your mood. Getting a good night's sleep also helps you improve your mood. And for somewhat a physical as well, I love doing, like I said earlier, ice baths, Wim Hof breathing. It really helps with your immune system, as does meditation. And your spiritual body. So what kind of spiritual practice do you have? And even if you consider yourself like agnostic or atheist, you can still bring in a spiritual component to your life. So for you, that might look very different. It might just be a mindfulness practice by, like, when you're in the morning time, a really excellent thing to do, which is what a lot of like highly successful people do. Top CEOs, presidents of companies, one of the things that they do is they have a mindfulness practice in the morning, and they set their intention for the day. So when they wake up in the morning, sometimes they do it before they even go to bed at night so they can bring that energy in. But regardless, in the morning, they're thinking about, okay, how do I want my day to go? What do I want my day to look like? And if you pre-plan your day, you're able to be more successful and you're able to get a lot more done in your day if you have that pre-planned. So another thing that's happening is that your unconscious mind, like everything that's going around you, your unconscious mind processes about 2 million bits per second. Your conscious mind can only process about 126. Now, what's the difference? Like, how does it know how to grab that 126 bits out of all of the information it's being bombarded with? Well, it's because of you. It's what you teach it to know. So if you're setting that intention today, like, oh, I want to do X, Y, and Z, then your 126 bits is going to be geared around grabbing X, Y, and Z and taking that for you. If you don't have an intention for the day, then your mind might be grabbing A, B, C, and D. It might be grabbing L, M, N, O, P. It might be grabbing all of these different things that you might not need, that you might not want. And if you set that intention, and again, that can be part of your spiritual practice. So spiritual doesn't have to mean necessarily God or religion. It can for you. That's wonderful if it does. And like I said, if you don't really believe there's anything out there, which I hope you at least believe that we're all connected. Because even if you take the basis of creation, whether you believe that creation was from a being or whether you believe it was an accident, whatever you believe, the science is, the fact is, the proof out there is that we're actually all from stars. We are from we are beings from stars. We could not exist if it weren't for stars. So if you are religious and you believe in God, awesome, amazing. He created, or she, whatever, that being created the stars, and then thus you were able to be created. If you are not religious, then science has proven that the original, formation of the universe, first there were stars, there was helium and hydrogen. Those stars are basically nuclear reactors, and they eventually produced different elements. And that's how we got carbon. We are carbon-based life forms. Carbon did not exist in the early universe. If it weren't for stars creating carbon, we would not exist. So again, even if you believe in absolutely nothing, or if you believe in everything all the way up to the being called God or any of the other names for God, either way, we all came from stars. Again, maybe some higher power created it, maybe not. That doesn't matter. Well, to some people it does. Please don't get me wrong. To some people it does. Ultimately though, if all of us believe we are connected, then we can be connected and we can help heal ourselves, heal the planet, make the planet a better place, raise the vibration, raise the collective vibration into that 5D energy that people keep talking about. All right, well, I hope this helps you, and please watch. I've got lots of other videos on the different topics. I'll post some links below. Please like, share, all of those things that you're supposed to do so that I'm not doing this for free. Just kidding. All right, love you all. And please remember to choose love in everything that you do. Aloha. What is it that you're out there doing to be able to recharge all of this? And I just filmed this entire thing the wrong way. Just kidding.